Hello, Greaseballs, and welcome to The Grease.
What's the Grease Girl?
Where we overanalyze this week's episode of Drag Race Global All-Stars, Season 1, Episode 3. This episode gets its own because it is just too much.
Like you.
Wow. You know, I hate this whole demure trend that's going on. Like while we're at it.
I've never been demure ever in my life.
That's never applied to me. I literally cannot relate.
I am
don't care and I don't
completely
get it.
excluded from the demographic.
Unbearable. This is targeted to the wrong audience. There is nothing demure.
I love that bitch though. Good for her.
Yes.
Yes, Grease for her.
All right. Vanity. Wait. I'm sorry.
Vanity.
I'm fucking Princess Capella. Joined today by the illustrious Joshita.
Hi, I'm illustrious today. The maiden of the Midwest.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. I'm lovely.
I'm so good.
I'm glad that we're here this week. I feel like a lot of people are giving this season some heat, and I feel like we can bring some light to it and maybe even uncover some truth.
Well, now Vanity and Eva LaQueen were in the top last week, with Vanity winning the lip sync, but everybody kind of thought this lip sync was like a little disappointing.
Tessa was like, how do you feel like about doing that so badly in front of the artist? I was like,
that is a fucked up thing to say.
That was pretty bold there, Miss Tessa. I still love Tessa. I love that she's willing to ask those questions. Honestly, it just wasn't like explosive, I think is what they meant.
No mini challenge this week. Balls to the walls. Onto the maxi challenge, which is the International Queen of Mystery Ball.
The Iquam Ball.
Yeah, that's what everybody's calling it.
Sure is.
It's a weird name.
I love it, but like I feel like nobody aside from Kitty with like the machine gun jobless really went like the Austin Powers route with it, and I really was hoping for that. At least a little bit more.
Less serious, more camp.
So we get 3 looks in this challenge, which is why there's no mini challenge and why we're only doing 1 episode this week. So 3 apiece, which is like, I don't know, 30, I don't know how many are there? Over 30. So the first category is Boss Lady in Charge. I always love like a cunty power suit.
Yes.
This is a great category. Then we have Sheevil Villain, another really good one.
Love.
And then the third look is the International Queen of Mystery. They have to make it from scratch, and they have to make like a seductive spy look. Extravaganza.
So it was really interesting to see the directions that everybody went, and let's get into it. Beginning with Pythia's first look, Boss Lady in Charge.
For Pythia on the runway, for the Boss Lady in Charge category, this is like a very polished look. I think it fits her very well. I think it's a good look. It just like, it seemed a little bit generic to me. It was like something that she kind of like had on the side and was like, oh, I could use this for one of the categories in the ball. It looks good. And she had a good story, and I can't remember what her name was, but it was funny.
She called herself Voyeurism.
Voyeurism. Come on, love that. But it's really polished, so I really can't take anything away from it. I'm going to put her in All Right Mama.
All right.
I see what you mean about how this could kind of be a look she already had, and then she just kind of put this wig with it.
Yeah.
But this is camp. Like, it was so just like goofy and stupid. She is like surveillance, voyeurism, you know, it was kind of had a retro futuristic vibe to it as well.
Yeah.
Which like, because, you know, modern day surveillance does not look anything like this. It looks invisible.
Yeah.
Because everybody's watching you all the time. Hello, FBI in my computer.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, FBI Daddy in my computer. But I agree. I have this in All Right Mama too.
All right.
For the Sheevil Villain, I really did not like this, like, at all. Her face, I don't know what it is, like, her makeup is insane. Like, stamped always.
Yeah.
So I won't fault her for that. And like, it's It's all very put together. It just like that black sort of thing. It just looked like it had like glitter glue spilled all over it. And like the pieces, I like the idea of like the thing coming around the back, but it just like didn't look super great in my opinion. I've got this one in Cut Your Wigs Up actually.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
I actually liked this, but I can also be really swayed by a storyline. And the idea of dissolving filler around the world would be like half the judges panel would be a puddle on the floor if we dissolved their fillers.
Yeah.
So I did really like that, and I was probably blinded by the storyline a little. I'm not going to change my initial rating, but now that I look at it, I do agree that the silver on it looks like glitter glue, or it's very kind of haphazard. But giving that a pass because apparently I didn't even notice at the time. I'm putting this in All Right Mama.
All right.
Yeah, apparently.
For Pythia's final look, the International Queen of Mystery, I cannot believe she made this.
Bitch. Holy shit,
What
it's
the
amazing.
fuck? I was like stunned. This looks like something that she brought. It's tailored so well, and she's wearing my hair in real life.
Yes.
And I also want this outfit immediately in a like 4-way stretch velvet. Thank you. Grease.
We were watching this and Austin was like, I was like, I can't believe she actually made this. And Austin was like, oh, this isn't what she brought? And I was like, dude, literally she made this in a few hours. Like,
Yeah.
this is so good. And it's completely seamless. It fits her like a glove. It goes right into the shoes. This is like big Grease Slayana. Moving on to Eva La Queen. For Eva La Queen's Boss Lady in Charge. Oh my god, let me locate her. So this didn't really give me Boss Lady very much. It gave me like a bridesmaid a little bit more. I did not think it was bad. I thought the look itself, like she looked okay. It was polished. It was pretty put together. But I don't think it really fit the category in my opinion. I did still put it in, but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
It was very kind of classic beauty. Her voiceover was really fucking funny, where she's talking about like being the CEO of lasagna or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was so stupid. All of her VO this episode was amazing. It does kind of give me Kentucky Derby or
yeah, that's so
something like
it. That's
that.
it. That's exactly what it is.
But she looks really snatched, so I still have it in All Right Mama.
All right.
For She-Ville Queen, the reptile crocodilian storyline that like Reptilia, I think she was calling herself.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sold on it because there was just a few spots on the garment with those details and it didn't really stand out to me. She looks great, but I think a little more camp could have helped sell what she was bringing, so I got it in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
It needed a little bit more oomph to it because like when I was watching it, I was like, why is she talking like that? Like, what's the deal? And then she was like Reptilia, and I was like, what? And then I saw the thing on her head, and it had like scales on it. I was like, oh, okay, that's not enough. I liked the voiceover on the first one better than this one.
Yeah.
So I've got this one in Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
For the International Queen of Mystery look, I actually really, really like this. She completely has gained redemption from being called trash on her season of Philippines.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like this, and like this is something where we've seen tons of queens do like the tie and the drape and the like throw over and all that kind of thing. And a lot of the times it looks like shit. But this, it looks like it's almost like it was made like for her. Like it looks really good. Like even this spot where you're like looking to find the issue, you can't really find the issue. I really like this. This is a Grease for me.
This champagne pink color on her is so beautiful. She was really smart choosing that color because nobody else was wearing anything like this. And I honestly love some of the details too, like how the drape on the bottom goes down far enough that you get that little peak of skin on her hip, like it's a cutout. I mean, she made gloves, you know, like if you look really close, it's a little rough around the edges, but like this is totally passable as like an actual garment.
Yes.
And I also could see a spy storyline from this. Like,
me too. Especially with like the garter
Like, it's
belt thing, the weapon.
Yeah, this is like a sexy kind of Bond girl. Like, I totally get that. Yeah, Grease. Next is Queen Conk. For the boss babe. What's this first one called?
Boss lady in charge.
You know, I don't hate it. I really like the glasses that she's wearing and the mug.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yes.
But the shaping with the fabric on the inner lapels of the coat is giving her like a really weird shape in my eyes. I'm not a fan of that, so I've got this in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
I actually kind of do, out of all of her looks, like this one a little bit more. I love the glasses. I loved her hair and makeup on this. In general, and I don't want to sound like insensitive, I do think that there are shaping issues that Queen is having, but I don't know if it's because her body is changing or what. But it's a little bit off, as we'll get to it later too. Sorry, my dog just ran through the door. I love the red. I love a powered blazer. I've got it in, but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
For She-Will Villain, I actually really like this look. I think it doesn't have really anything to do with the category. But I do think that this is the best of all three of her looks. I like that it was like a little bit of like a brighter color on her and a little bit lighter. And I love the hair. So I do have that in the tippy top of But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
Wow, okay. This looks like a rejected look from her Garden of Eden from the first episode. Is an absolute no from me.
Oh, why?
I am just not a fan of this. I hate the pants. I just don't like it. I do like her hair, but I have this thing, cut your wigs up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
Ooh, okay.
For the final garment, I was a little bit surprised by the way that this turned out. There is kind of a fit issue on the top, especially. It's a little too spaced out. The skirt's not quite long enough, but it doesn't look that bad. So I'm gonna grease it.
Okay. All right.
We seem very divided on our
We
Queen
are
Kong this
today.
week.
This is not the tea. This is not the tea. No.
Ooh.
This is like one of the worst looks this
Wow.
week, in my opinion. Queen Kong is a beautiful queen, and her face is always on point, and her hair is generally always on point too. So like, you should always expect that. Outfit look wise, this is way below Queen's ability in my opinion. Who the fuck? Which queen? What the fuck? Why didn't anybody say something to her when she was walking out? Because like,
They want to get rid of her.
I mean, yeah, she's a threat, but like, girl, come on. Like the boob part is like way too wide. It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. It's a gross for me.
Gross.
Up next, we have Atenalikis, the first look. Bitch. Gold star of the week. Power.
Ooh.
Fucking lesbian. Cut me up. Just, I love everything about this look. I fucking love the hair, the makeup. I love the edginess that she brings to it. Slay Anna, bitch.
I knew you were gonna love this.
Slay Anna.
Slayana all day.
I love this too, and I swear to God, I am gonna go shave my eyebrows off right now. Like, we're gonna
This
pause
instant.
recording, and I'm gonna go get rid of them. She looks so fucking gorgeous, and this is like a different take on the, you know, she, he, ho, boss lady. It's very much her aesthetic, but like pushed further too. Like, this is definitely something we would expect to see from her, but it's still kind of surprising. Total. I'm just gonna give this a grease, even though this is not the grease or gross look. It's getting a grease, and all right, mama.
All right.
She-Will Queen. I love everything about this. She's a trendsetter because I'm gonna go shave my fucking eyebrows.
You're gonna go get elf ears?
Is it? Yeah, oh my God. I deserve elf ear surgery. Like, make no mistake about it.
I deserve
She
it.
looks so cool. Like, and she had like her teeth were all like pointy and scary. This was awesome, and it really is a villain look too.
Yeah.
It's not just like a creepy look. This is a villain. This is like Sailor Moon, Queen Beryl type tea. Like, this is so good. Again, oh wait, no, This is in Slayana for me.
Slayana all day.
This is my favorite one, period, of all of the
Wow.
Shiva queens. Like, I don't even know. I am just beyond my little gay self about this whole thing. But I love this fucking look. It is so good. I love like the wet slick back, seamless with the ears. Like you can't really clock it. Just everything about it is so good. I love it. I love her edginess, avant-garde take on things. Slayana.
Slayana all day.
But do you love edging?
I am a goon monster.
Oh my god. Heard that about you. Heard that about you.
For the International Queen of Mystery look, this is, it needed to be lined really badly. It needed a lining. It needed a hem everywhere.
Yeah.
It just needed the final polishes on the outfit itself. I think the idea that she had was good. I mean, she looks great still. Like, her body is amazing. Her hair and makeup is amazing. Like, for me, it's a Grease.
Grease.
Yeah, I mean, am I crazy because I kind of like this?
I don't
Like,
think you are.
she looks so gorgeous. It's on brand. Yeah, it needed, you know, maybe some pleats or a little bit more thought put into it.
Yeah.
But I don't think this was the worst look that we saw on the stage. I don't think this was the worst package that we saw on the stage either. We will get to that. I'm also greasing this. I don't fucking know.
Grease.
I know. I'm like, I told you I was beside myself.
Our next queen is Kitty Scott Claus. And I mean this in the most derogatory way possible. She looks like bag of chips in this outfit.
Yes. Yes.
It's so bad. It does not fit by any four-way stretch of the imagination. This is a boot. This is gross. Rigor Morris. This is my booger of the week.
Rigor Morris, girl.
Who's Morris?
Over.
Yeah.
This look is so bad.
It
can't.
looked like there was no effort really put into it. It was nail or hit, what is the head of the nail on the head? Whatever.
Hit the nail on the head.
Category 100% recognizable. I knew exactly what it was. But that shit didn't fit. And it really didn't like look great, and it wasn't very drag.
Yeah.
I have this in Drag Delusion this week.
Drag delusion, girl.
Good.
Not good, not good, not good. Shiva villain. Like I said earlier, she was the only one who kind of went the Austin Powersy route with the machine gun jobless, which made me laugh and giggle. It didn't fit super well. So I kind of get that. I put this in, but is it fashion this week?
But is it fashion?
It's like, this is almost so much different from the first look that it makes me mad, because how can you have such a bad first look and then come out in this, which I actually love? It just like makes me upset. I love the ponytail and the boobs. Like that's so much fun. She nailed it with the theme. I actually have this look in All Right Mama.
All right.
For the International Queen of Mystery look, I don't think this is terrible. I just think that, why is that piece of fabric there? Because it's like, just that. Do something a little bit more with it, aside from covering yourself up. It just has a few fit issues, but I think that's about it. It's just very simple. This needed a little bit more. I think I'm gonna baby grease this.
Grease.
It's cute, but it feels really heavy with the drape on it.
Yeah.
And she does this silhouette, this like very short mini dress silhouette, so much.
Yeah.
We've seen her do this like in 3 times already on this season, and it's the 3rd episode. So like with the turtleneck of the high neck on the dress and the padded or pointed shoulder and the drape, it was so much on top that it was like unbalanced. Like, yeah, she looks really beautiful, and like I'm being harsh on her because it's fun and I'm a hater, but I love Kitty, you know.
Yeah.
This was just, it was a miss. It's not a
I know.
It's not a gross because she looks beautiful, so I'm just gonna nooch it. But overall, I'm disappointed.
Up next, we have Miranda Lebrun. And for her boss lady in charge, I fucking love this look. The silhouette alone is so good. the fucking giant ass ruffle thing.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And I think like the way that it opened up in the front was really interesting. It gave me Carmen Sandiego vibes. I was in love with this. I put this in All Right Mom.
All right.
I love Carmen Sandiego, and it like gave a little bit of fetish too because it's like latex,
Yeah.
and it had almost the like gimp top, you know, face kini-esque, and yeah, the opening in the front is like really sexy. It was super stunning. I have this in Slayana.
Slayana all day.
Ooh, yes. Flowers.
Yes, Miranda. Shiva Queen, on the other hand, I don't really get it.
Yeah.
I like it, but maybe if it was like for a cartoon or something, but like this didn't give me villain, even though she was like really trying to sell the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, unfortunately. I've got this in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
Yeah, I agree pretty much. I loved the look for what it is. I feel like it would have been great for like an art challenge of some sort, like an artwork on the runway thing that they've done that before. Or just something maybe more avant-garde. It was just it just did not fit the category. However, I love the look, so I do still have it in the tippy top of But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
And then for the International Queen of Mystery look, I immediately got Daphne from this.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that was, and because that was the first thing I thought of when I saw her. And I was like, oh, that fits the category perfectly. And to be honest, I think this is really well put together. Yeah, I do kind of understand them saying that she like puts a lot of fabric up over herself, but she even said like in her confessionals that she likes that like air of mystery and like disguise and that kind of thing. And I really liked the little eye things that she had.
Yeah.
I like this look. I'm gonna grease it.
Grease.
It was really cute, and you did immediately get that reference. And I actually didn't even put it together until you said it, that like that's a really great reference to make for
Right?
this challenge. That's
Come
so
on.
cute. It is like kind of bulky. If she had just changed that like cape a little bit, but again, like you're trying to be a spy, so I do think that that air of mystery around it is more permitted in this case. I didn't mind this either. I'll grease it.
Grease.
Next up is Nelania for her Boss Lady in Charge. This was beautiful. I was a little bit bored with it. There's not really anything I can complain about it, other than I just like to complain. So I have this in All Right Mama.
All right.
I actually love this one. Yeah, she's just like very beautiful and polished. Boss Lady in Charge. I don't know if I got that necessarily, but I fucking love the look. All Right Mama this week for me.
All right.
Nelania! Every episode, Rue just says less and less. He just kind of is like, nah. The Sheevil villain look. I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before. It's like kind of ravey. It's not like awful, but I got this at the bottom of But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
How much do you think she had to pay Vivacious to borrow?
Yes.
It reminds me so much of Vivacious. I don't know if I get villain from this. Like, maybe a hetero person would. But to me, this is like a club kid or like a punk, or, you know, it's not really anything.
Dangerous.
I don't get evil. Yeah. I just get like, oh, okay. That's your deal. So I've got this in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
For the International Queen of Mystery look, it was nice to see a different color palette on her. We haven't really seen her in this combo yet. And she deadass looks like the fairy godmother from Shrek, like so much in this.
Oh my god, you're so
like her
right.
face is so weird. But I really like this. It's like, I don't know, I feel like all of her looks this week, they're just like, yeah, they're good. And then like I don't feel compelled to say much else about it,
Yeah.
except that she looks like she's from Shrek. So I'm gonna grease it.
Grease.
I can't believe that I didn't connect the fairy godmother thing. She looks exactly like her. Dirty green sausages. This is, yeah, I kind of agree with what you said where this one, in particular with this one, where I'm like, it's good. I feel like the size of the booby thingies are a little off and the placement. I don't know. It's just a little strange. And I feel like the part where her like corset separates from her pants is like super pronounced. And I don't want that to be there. But I'm still gonna grease it.
Grease.
Up next, we have Alyssa Edwards, mama. For the boss lady in charge look, I feel like this is what her camera dress was supposed to be. This is one of those instances where it's like a very good look, but it's like, you just paid for that. I don't know if I got boss lady. I got kind of villain from this too, but still all right mama for me.
All right.
I don't know that it gives boss lady, but it is iconic. And the execution, whoever made this, I'm amazed by how good it looked under the stage lights. Because that's really hard to pull off. And I think they dimmed the lights a little bit, but we've seen people come out and stuff like this and it just looks horrible.
Yes.
But yeah, she looks straight out of like cyberpunk and I love this. I have it in Slayana.
Slayana all day.
For She-Vil villain, I like that she's kind of bringing back the Black Swan storyline. It was very Alyssa because it looks kind of like an elevated couture dance costume. I have it in the top of, but is it fashion?
Really?
But is it fashion?
Yeah, I liked it.
No, that's not high enough. Bitch, come on. This one was better than the first one.
I think the first one's just more my vibe.
No, this is so good. Now, this is... If the first look was what her camera dress was supposed to be, this one is what her Black Swan performance was supposed to be. This is like the Pokemon evolution of Alyssa Edwards. This is beautiful. This is what I want to see. This is Slayana.
Slayana all day.
And that is my thesis statement. In the International Queen of Mystery, this, I feel like it's just not fully realized. I feel like this look and this silhouette just needed more. I don't like the whole... I feel like her wig is too big for the size of the outfit. Like, it needed to be... Maybe if she just took that top piece off and had fucking to the floor fucking blonde hair.
Yes.
I feel like that could have been something in place of what the fabric needed to be. Like, that could have really done something, I think. It really truly is like a couple of pieces of fabric wrapped around a corset. I'm nooching it.
I said almost the same thing about the hair. Something soft and flowy would have complemented the flowy fabric that's already on the dress.
Like a
and
pearl
I think that
wig?
would have... Yes. Just get rid of that whole wig and just Daenerys to the floor. But, like, for me, it's clear that she has redeemed herself better than some other queens have redeemed themselves and but have been like hailed for their redemption of their sewing challenge. Like, she's been taking lessons. I'm giving Alyssa my gold star this week just for the whole package. Oh, and Grease, by the way.
Grease.
Next is Vanity Vane. Her first look, she is so hot. It's kind of boring because we just saw her in another like biker look in her talent show. So she's wearing all black again. Her makeup is like almost exactly the same. Sucks that this was right after the talent show. So, but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
It's not a bad look. Like, she's polished and beautiful and hot and amazing. You're right. We had the rocker chick last week and she won with it. So it's time to kind of try something different, I think. And this even bleeds into the second look, which is annoying even more. Come on. You're the fucking probably the most unknown queen of everybody, and like, it's time to shine, bitch. I've also got this in, but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
The She-Vil villain look, I think it's a worse zombie version of the first look.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
The thing on her head, I hated. It didn't fit right. It was like sitting kind of like a helmet that doesn't fit, and it was just like, I don't know, I wasn't like moved by it. I've got it in Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
Yeah, it was really simple. The boot covers that she was wearing don't cover all of her foot. Elements of it were just very weird. I also have this in Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
International Magical Mystery Tour. Her face
Holy shit.
in this look, it is giving Pam Anderson. I do see it, Vanity. She looks so beautiful, and it's kind of simple, but it doesn't really look like she just made it. You know, I'm not mad at this at all. It also, I think, kind of fits with the theme. I could see, again, you know, this fitting into like the trope of a spy movie. I'm still greasing this.
Grease.
This pisses me off because had she fucking brought 2 looks paid for 2 fucking good looks from home, she could have fucking won this episode, because this is one of my absolute favorite of the designs, period. And she's giving just sex face. Like, she is like porn star beautiful. Oh my god, I love this. You could just make this and the stuff you prepared and paid for and like just didn't live up. Come on. This is huge. It's like my half gold star this week. The other half goes to Athena, and this one is a big Grease. Up next, we have Soa Demuse for her boss lady in charge look. My problem with this was the wig. I thought it was like too far back and it was like a little strange. I did like the look, like the outfit itself. I thought it was nice. I thought it looked okay. I wasn't like incredibly like in love with it. I am that way with Soa though. I do have her in, but is it fashion for this look?
But is it fashion?
There was a really cute storyline going on. I liked the hair, but it was too far back, and I wasn't crazy about the like random colors that were in it. She was like giving us kind of like fembot with the storyline, and I kind of wish she would have brought that a little more into the look. So I also have this in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
For the She-Ville villain, I cannot believe she came out with the ton 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 surat move fucking thing. That had me fucking rolling. However, this look is rotted, and it shall be placed in Drag Delusion.
Drag Delusion, girl.
I was not a big fan of it, but I love Soa and I've got her in But Is It Fashion this week. At the bottom,
But is it fashion?
the bitty
No
bottom.
one ever said we were fair.
The bitty bottom. For the International Queen of Mystery look, this, I mean, yeah, it's like a tube fabric thing. It's like, it's not terrible. Like, I love her wig and her face, and it's kind of rough. I'm gonna nooch it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
If she had really like worn some body or something, kind of like, it's cute, but yeah, it's a nooch. Next up we have Galavaro for Boss Lady in Charge. Hate the hair. Hate
orange?
this hair. Yeah, the orange. But I loved everything else about this look, especially because she was a scientist and this kind of plays into that. I like that, but because of the hair, But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
This one was okay. It was like pretty polished, and I love Gala. I think she's so funny.
Yeah.
I love her voiceovers. The wig was trash though. You're right. I've got this in But Is It Fashion as well.
But is it fashion?
I wish I could smile like Gala.
Oh my. Okay, for She-Ville villain, I didn't like this look on my first watch. I was like, whatever. But on my second watch, I realized that the back was like a mouth with like teeth, and her ass is right in the middle of that mouth and completely blurred out. So she's like bare ass. Absolutely love this, especially after seeing it the second time. I think Gala is sexy as fuck, and I've got her in Alright Mama.
Alright.
I just punched my microphone. It's a miss again with the hair for me.
Yeah.
But everything else, like, I'm eating this up. I'm stuffed, like, full, like a turkey on Thanksgiving at 4:42 p.m.
Yes.
Approximately. Like, I'm cooked. I love her. She was so hot. She was like butt ass naked. So, all right, mama.
Alright.
She was butt ass naked.
She was. International Queen of Mystery. I was kind of surprised how much work she put into this. Like, damn, she made like a coat.
Yeah.
She had like all of these elements. And I loved when she took off the coat and she's wearing this bodysuit. This copper brown with this dark hair on her was really beautiful. Grease.
Yeah, I love the hair. Oh, and when she's got the jacket on, I prefer with the jacket on because I think it's a little simple without it. But I think it's really, really well done, especially comparatively, like with all the other looks. This is a Grease. Up next, we have Ms. Tessie T, as everybody's calling her.
Love it.
Tessa Testicle for the Boss Lady in Charge. Was this like the eye patch one?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not fucking like this. I thought it was lumpy and big and it didn't fit.
It's too big.
It's just, it's too big and it just like threw me completely off of it. I've got it like way down and but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
It's definitely too big, right? 100%. I love the eye patch though. I loved the like storyline that she went for, especially like if we're going for a James Bond or even an Austin Powers, like for the boss babe to have an eye patch and be this kind of like hard ass, I thought was a good storyline, and
Yes.
I'm a sucker for a good storyline. So I do have this in But Is It Fashion?
But is it fashion?
And for Shiva Villain, we had another kind of Carmen Sandiego with the big red trench coat and the hat, which was nice, but I didn't think that the reveal look was that good, except I loved this hair on her. So, but it's a fashion for me.
But is it fashion?
I really liked it. I thought it was a lot better than the first look. And I liked the, didn't she have like a little eye thing in the hat? I think she did, and I remember really liking that. I thought this one was a big step up from the first look. I do have this one in Alright Mama.
Alright.
International Queen of Mystery look. I like all of the elements of this. I wish she would have had some more time to kind of get this together and like unwobble the boobies. Because she looks like fucking like a manic Princess Peach. Like a like German crazy Princess Peach. And I like all of those elements. It was a big task for her to undertake, but I'm gonna go ahead and gross this.
Gross.
I love the hair. Like, let's just get that out of the way. Love that. Was not enough to save the ultimate like construction of this outfit. And it's almost the exact same look she made for her ball on her season. Like, she made a very similar look.
Yeah.
And it looked a lot better. So that kind of fucking sucks. I am also gonna gross this, unfortunately.
Gross.
Okay. Now, sometimes we disagree about where the placement, what the placements ultimately are. So this is my vibe I got, right? Tops were Pythia and Alyssa, right? Pythia, I'm sorry. Bottoms were Athena, even though they really liked her first look and kind of liked her second look. Miranda, but they also really liked her first look. Soa was definitely in the bottom. And then Tessa was in the bottom, but they all really liked the first look. So, like, it seemed like there was really only two tops, and then everybody else was just kind of, like, up and down. It was very weird.
So Queen was safe. Tessa was
Queen was
high.
That's so...
And
But they hated
Alyssa was
her.
high.
Yeah, but I don't know. I could see, like...
I could see Tessa. I literally had this entire thing in my brain when I watched the episode. I was like, wait, what was Tessa's placement? Because they like... I didn't know because the last look
They
was so bad.
hated her final look.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, I think Pythia, Alyssa, and I guess Tessa were the tops.
I
guess. And then Athena, Miranda, and Soa were the bottoms, with Ava, Queen, Kitty, Nalenia, Vanity, and Gala being safe.
Pythia won, and she deserved the shit out of that.
She did a really, really, really good job. She really brought it on all of the looks, to be honest, except for the second one. But she deserved it. I was happy she won. That last look was amazing. So, turns out the actual bottom two is Soa Demuse and Athena Likis. And the lip... No.
No, I'm just shaking my head because I disagree.
Oh, I thought you were like, no, you're wrong. I was like, am I high?
She, in the show, Athena Likis was in the bottom.
Yeah,
but
they were the bottom two, and I was just like, wowie zowie. So then it's like, why?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I get Soa. I really get Soa. I am a Soa stan, but I get why she was in the bottom, and I feel like she deserved to be in the bottom, but like, there's no way where I would have ever put Athena in the bottom two in this episode.
It was very strange.
The lip sync song is "Bad Idea Right" by Olivia Rodrigo, which is awful for two English as second language speakers.
Yeah, and I like almost when I was watching this, I was like, it would be really nice if we ever got other language lip syncs on something like Global All Stars, because all of the non-English queens have to learn an English lip sync. And like, even for somebody who speaks, you know, English as well as like Soa, I feel like learning a lip sync in English is probably really fucking hard.
Yeah, like, shit. It's like the English speaking girls really have an advantage with that in that aspect, because like it's all in English, every single fucking one.
I would never ever want to lip sync against Soa de Muse, no matter the song, no matter the circumstance, no matter what universe I am in. No.
Dude, her Pookie lip sync on France 1, I still watch that shit.
Oh my
I still
gosh.
watch that shit. So good. Soa ends up winning the lip sync, and our first dearly departed queen from Belgique is Athénée, which is kind of bullshit, but I don't know who I would have sent home if I was in the position anyways, so fuck it.
It was a really good lip sync. Soa just ate her up, I fear. Next week, we have Girl Group Challenge.
Girl Group Yana. And this is where I'm excited for Soa. Like, okay,
Yes.
bitch, let's move on. Let's do this.
And we have some really good dancers and some really good performers. Nelania, Kitty Scott Claus is
She's a girl group
fucking
mama.
Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah, so excited.
Excuse me, Joshita. Do you have anything else to say? Speak now or forever hold your grease.
Keep watching our videos. Praise Beyonce. And that's it.
Well, we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Mwah.